Okay, good. The second person that I see here is Professor Jun Lee. Can you please introduce yourself? You're mute.
Okay, so my name is Jun Lee. My official name is Junyeon Lee, but I go by Jun. I've been here at CSUN for 9 years, since 2011. Normally I teach 306, SOM 306, and 464, manufacturing resource planning, and 468, service OM. I just, would like to say that good to see you, and I hope everyone is doing well in this difficult time. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Lee. The third professor that I see on the screen is also Professor Lee, but maybe the pronunciation is different. Please, Kung Peng Lee. Please unmute yourself and please introduce yourself.
Yes, I just unmuted myself. So hello everyone, and I'm Kun Peng Lee. I'm a relatively new faculty member at this department, but not really new. So I finished my 3rd year and it's my 4th year. I really miss the interaction with students on campus. So at first I enjoyed just working from home. It's so nice, and you don't need to commute. You don't need to, get up early, put on makeup or anything. You can just, wear your pajamas, and it's kind of nice. But after, the semester and the summer and everything, I start to miss the campus and also the students, and also face-to-face interactions in the classroom. So I teach 306, operations management, and also supply chain management, what is 416, and also 686, the MBA level operations management. And I used to be the student club faculty advisor, and I just retired. So. But if you have any questions, for me regarding the student club or regarding the classes I'm teaching or I will be teaching, so please feel free to email me.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Lee. We are going to miss you in the club, but we have a new co-advisor right now, which is Professor Akash Gupta, and he's the next one who's going to introduce himself.
Thank you, Amir. First of all, thank you for hosting this mixer. It's given me immense opportunity to mix with students and faculty. So those who do not know me, I'm Akash Gupta, and I joined CSUN 1 year back. So it's joined in 2019. So I'm also relatively new. And so if you guys have any idea about what are the good places to go around, just shoot me an email or send me that, anything. I would love to visit places around this, around California.
But they are closed, COVID-19.
Yeah, I can keep the recommendations and then put it on my wish list.
Okay.
And I teach SOM 120 and SOM 307. I noticed I have one of my former student, Evelyn. So you can ask her, know that I'm a very nice professor. So, so come by, ask me. I would love to help you in any ways I can. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Professor Gupta. As soon as we have the restaurants open, we are going to organize something, I promise you.
Yeah, I would love that.
So the next professor is an old timer here, Professor Ali Behnajad. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be with you today. As Professor Peck mentioned, every year at the start of the fall semester, we gathered in the conference room of the business building, and it was a very good opportunity to meet face-to-face with new students, continuing students, and welcome them so that they know they get some information about the department, about the careers, about the activities that the student club arranged for the whole year, and so on. Now it's a different situation. We never imagined a year ago that it will be a time that all of us are homebound. A majority of our activity would be online activities, virtual activities. The classes that we enjoyed having a face-to-face and lots of personal interaction will be with a different format and online using Zoom, etc. But given the current situation, this is the only way to continue our business, and we should be thankful that the technology is at a level that makes it possible to move on and continue, and hopefully pretty soon life goes back to normal, and we start our typical activities that all of us enjoyed. A little bit about my background. As Dr. Gargazli mentioned, I am one of the old timers, or maybe the most senior member of the department at this time. I joined CSUN in 1985, exactly 35 years ago. And at that time, I was a fresh PhD graduate from USC, a local university, and I enjoyed living in Los Angeles, Southern California, and my goal was to find a job in Southern California. So I applied for CSUN, and to share a piece of news with everybody, that was the very first job application that I sent when I was close to my PhD completion. And I was called for interview and I got the job. I was excited. I didn't know how I can adjust to the new CSU system. I had teaching experience at USC as a teaching assistant, and also, since my background is industrial engineering, I wasn't sure if I can easily adjust to a college of business. But the good news is everything turned out to be much better than I expected. And I found the new environment very friendly. The relationship between colleagues, students, and faculty, etc., was much warmer than a typical engineering college or engineering department. So, I had to do a little bit of adjustment when it came to my expectation, teaching, etc. But what I found was, especially for undergraduate degrees, for undergraduate studies, CSUN provides a very quality program. And the fact that the classes are not in lecture halls like a big name universities for undergraduates, etc., that is a big plus. So you should value the fact that the format of the CSU is in a way that the focus is on an undergraduate and you get an excellent service. You have a highly qualified group of faculty. In fact, at this time, half of the SOM department is comprised of our younger faculty who have joined SOM within the last 4 years, 3 to 4 years. You already met, few of our new faculty, and we have still 1 or 2 other faculty who will introduce themselves, a young blood. and they are adding a lot to the department. So I'm very happy for our new students because you know, the group of faculty we have, I'm sure will make all of you very happy, and age-wise, you feel very comfortable with them rather you know, dealing with older faculty that may not have much you know, things in common with you. Now, another good news is you are in a major that is one of the top or highly demanded fields in the business. If you look at the number of SOM and supply chain management majors over the last few years, you see a huge jump in the number of students who have declared SOM and supply chain management as their majors. And the reason is there's a huge demand for your specialty. There's a huge demand for your major. And some time ago, we are one of the smallest departments in the college. Now things are changing. And the job market is dictating this new trend. One other sign that our major is a, you know, a progressing major and you know, being on demand is we are adding a new area to our field, and that is the area of analytics, business analytics. I'm sure many of you, you know, have heard about big data, business analytics, and so on. And our department has introduced a new program that has been approved by the college as going to the university. And in a year or so from now, we accept students with this new major, business analytics. So these are all signs that you are in the right major, and with a little bit of effort and maintaining a good record, I guarantee that all of you will be very successful in your career. I served as department chair prior to Dr. Peck for 9 years, from 2009 to 2018. And what I saw was what a good group of students we are dealing with, and many of whom are right now very successful. And I would suggest our new board members of the ASQ Apex student chapter to ask for the information from Dr. Peck from our recent graduates and invite them for making presentations and sharing their background with you, and you know, consider them as your mentors. I'm sorry that I took a lot of your time, but I'm excited to be with you, and I welcome you to the department. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ben-Nishad, for the great introduction. It was amazing. You just mentioned everything we wanted to mention. As you mentioned in your speech, yes, we have a lot of new professors, and the newest one, she's not a new professor, but she's new to CSUN. And next one is Professor Laylee Farofa. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Amir. I am Laylee Farofa, but I usually, for the past several years, I have been using my husband's last name because, like Amir mentioned, my last name is a little bit different. So I typically go with Dr. Kamali, and that's my married last name. This is, like everyone else mentioned, I'm really new. This is my first semester at CSUN, and I know some of you are disappointed that we're not meeting on campus. You can imagine how disappointed I am to start my first semester virtually. But again, I understand how lucky we are that we're in a business that we can at least continue functioning. And like others mentioned, technology is on our side, and we can continue having the interactions with students, even though not as good as in person, but at least not instead of having nothing, at least we have this. A little bit of background about myself. Well, I'm originally from Iran, and I moved to the States in 2008. So 12 years now, hard to believe. I have been all over. I got my master's at the University of Arkansas, then went to Virginia Tech for my PhD. All of my degrees are in engineering. And before joining CSUN, I was a professor at West Virginia University on the East Coast. Most of my family live here, so I consider Southern California home. It feels like coming back home now that I'm here. I'm very happy to be here. Even though I have had very limited interactions with students, I've been very impressed by all of you, how enthusiastic you are about learning and how you're really doing your best to take the most of what we have to offer. I am always here if you need help with anything. My students come to me for advice about career, personal life. I'm a very open and honest person, and I usually have an open door policy. And since we don't really have a physical door to our offices now, feel free to email me anytime, and we can set up individual Zoom calls if there's anything you want to discuss. And I can't wait to get to know all of you more.
Thank you, Professor Kamali. Obviously, you're amazing, and obviously you're happy because you can see that the whole California is on fire because of us being happy.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday it was very gloomy, and I was like, "Where is the sunshine I came here for?"
But okay. Thank you. The next one who is really in the middle of the fire is another old timer of the department, Professor Andy Yao. Please introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm an old timer. I just 1 year, came here in 1986, 1 year after the Ali Shah. Came here in 1985. I came from USC also, but we are in a different school. I came from the business school, USC. It's been a long time, and our business school is kind of good. Several things are kind of pushed very hard on the technology. We are the first college to have to use the PowerPoint for class. At that time, we had a classroom arranged in different places, kind of big gap on the technology. Now it's standardized now. So our college is kind of good, but recent years, we are lucky, and with the department chair, SOM Pack, good arrangement and negotiation with the dean and the SSP college, Cal State Chico, and now under arrangement of the chairman of PAC, our students have the opportunity to learn SAP material management, also SAP production planning, and maybe project management, and other professors are also joining in. This is a big advantage for students. According to my experience, got a feedback from students. They say, well, once they're learning the SAP and then send out the email, they got a very good response. And even had one student still in class, and he came over to me and is so happy because one of the big defense company in Northern California hired him, and they gave him the big premium. And so he was so happy. So lots of advantage. Another one is competition because of SAP, USC, UCLA, all other campus colleges around here have no SAP training or experience or opportunities for students to learn. So for students in the SOM major, or if you have the classmates somewhere in CSUN Business School, let them know we are much better, so competitive, just for you to know. So that's a very good advantage for them to come here and then go to find a good job. And besides, there's so many aerospace companies like to hire our students. And I had opportunity to sit down in our event called the Evening with Industry, but we canceled because of the COVID-19 last April. And those the management and also CEOs told me our training in SOM is just right. And I love our students. Our training is good, especially the aerospace companies. So aerospace companies love us means their pay is kind of much better than other companies. So start coming and let a student know, let other your classmates know. They are wondering around about a major, telling them SOM is much better. Okay, especially during the Trump administration, defense got a lot of the contract. So keep hiring our student. I don't know what's going to happen after the November. So that's good. I came here for a long time, and then I'm teaching the material requirement planning. It's kind of the 464. It's very bad. I cannot see a student. I always have a good relationship, and I have a lot of fun in class with students. And we even had students in 464 because of the project, because of the exam, because of the study group. They got married. I'm so happy, but no more because everybody stay home. So no fun. So that's bad. So, and also SAP going to have going to begin, well, several weeks later. The time we had SAP, God, it's a very good environment in lab. The students help each other and the students learn each other from each other. And also I can help students. But now in front of the Zoom, I wonder how. Okay, so that's the problem. But I'll try. Okay, I'll try. Another one will be 306, the big class. Well, big class, well, students took it because it's required, but still have a lot of students that kind of fun, and then we chat, and so it's good. It's good. Yeah. Well, students got a good opportunity, right? Before you get out of school, you have an opportunity to learn about Zoom. So that's a good part. I hope our department keep going better and better. So, and we have a lot of good guys came in to join us, and old guys kind of obsoleting and leaving. So God bless SOM department. Good luck.
Yeah.
Because my staying home and we're wondering the Bobcat fire coming here or not. So you keep watching the sky, keep while reading the news or something, hope the fire not coming to my town. So cross fingers. That's good to know.
And thank you, Professor Yao, for all the information you gave. Thank you, everyone, for the introductions. The next item that we have on the agenda is the APICS ASQ Student Club. Today, we have the honor to have
Dr. Amir Gordili.
Yes.
May I suggest one thing?
Yes.
Start. Since we have about 8 students, so every faculty member made a really nice introduction to our students. Maybe let us give our chance to our students so that they can introduce themselves to our faculty as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do that. I start again from my screen here. The first student that I see is Yesenia Hernandez. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hello, well, my name is Yesenia Hernandez. I am a junior right now. I'm an SOM major as well as a global supply management major. So I'm double majoring in both of them. I'm currently taking like 5 classes online right now. And I gotta say that it's not my favorite. I'm definitely getting used to it, but you know, I'm working through it. I'm so close, so I'm not giving up just yet. I have a lot of group projects this semester. I wasn't prepared for how many I was gonna get. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I think it all just kind of came at once. I hope to obviously get a job in my career once this is over, and I'm definitely looking forward to this mixer to see like the opportunities that are out there for me, as well as what you have to say. I'm really looking forward to everything. So thank you.
Thank you. The next student is going to be Evelyn Romero. Pardon my pronunciation, I'm trying my best, but yeah, correct me if it is wrong. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Okay, Dr. Amir, you pronounced it correct. And Yesenia, just stick with us. We actually do have a lot of opportunities, as I'll stay after everybody introduces themselves. My name is Evelyn Romero, and I'm currently a senior at California State University. I'm supposed to graduate in May. Hopefully we get a graduation, even if it's virtual. Super excited for that milestone. I transferred to CSUN. I actually used to go to UC Riverside, but I saw the opportunities at CSUN, and I the professors mentioned, I like that CSUN doesn't have those big lecture halls, and the professors, like you've heard, they're really open-minded, and you can talk to them about everything. And so I've had a great experience at CSUN, and I recently joined the club because I wanted to be more involved, and I'm glad I did, because we're a very lucky club. We have so much, we have a department chair and so much professors involved in it, and we also have very highly recognized organizations working with us. That's just a little bit about me.
Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn has recently become the president of the club, and she's going to introduce the club after our introductions. But she has done a great job. She has also helped us a lot for organizing this meeting. Thank you for that. The next one is going to be Jessica.
Hi, my name is Jessica Mueller. I am a senior at CSUN, and I too am bummed out that hopefully we get that virtual graduation. But hey, we're doing it. And I think we have the advantage from others because so many classes already, and all these there's always a group in every class, but you get to make more friends. So in all my classes, even though they're virtual, I just go through the list of people and I'm like, oh, I know them. And then I text them, I message them. And in this meeting, this mixer is really cool to get to see the professors I have, and possibly professors I will have again in my last semester. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Next one is going to be Waris.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Waris Surya, and I'm a senior year as well. I involved two clubs of CSUN Misa and CSUN Alpha. But the reason I joined two groups to them so that I could get information from other students that already took previous classes before. And currently, I'm taking two semesters, some 307 and then some 67. So that is quality management. And this semester, supposedly I want to take some 468, the project management I want to take. But then since due to the financial situations, it was canceled. So I might have to take it for next semester.
Okay. Sorry that you couldn't take the class that you wanted to.
I like project management, to be honest. I want to try out.
Okay.
Fortunately, we are not offering 466 next semester either.
Oh, you're not offering it?
We are not offering, unfortunately.
Okay, no.
Due to the budget cut.
Then I lost my graduation then, because I was supposed to graduate next year.
Oh, you can take other classes.
You can take other elective classes. Yeah.
Professor Peck is going to help you.
Okay, then I don't have a choice. I like project better. Project is very great. Okay.
Thank you, Waris. Next one is going to be Natalie. Natalie is the vice president of the club. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Natalia Pizzuno, and I am a senior at CSUN, and I'll be graduating in fall 2021. And my major is SOM, minor in finance. And yes, I am vice president of Apex. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Next one is going to be Tommy. Tommy, are you here with us? Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Tommy. I'm a senior also at CSUN, and I'm a business management student. As to why I joined the club, I wanted to join APEX/SAQ, primarily because I'm interested in the networking opportunity that this club offers. And for fall 2020, I'll be fulfilling the position as VP in marketing.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tommy.
Hi, I'm here.
Cool. Nice. Thank you. And then we have the last one here is Gloria. Gloria, please. Yes.
I'm Gloria. I am a senior as well, hopefully graduating in May. I've only taken this semester 2 classes. I was only able to get 2 classes, but it works for me right now just to see how it works online. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you for the short introduction. Thank you, everyone. The last person who we have on this call is Jospel. Jospel is one of our ASQ members from the ASQ San Fernando Valley section. And can you please introduce yourself and talk a little bit about the section?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
So my name is Jaspal Gill, Gill. I'm actually a vice chair for the American Society of Quality San Fernando Valley chapter. It's called 706. Apparently next year, people are pushing me to be the chairperson. I think you heard that on the call last night a few times.
Yes.
I've actually been in quality for about 20 years. I started off as a manufacturing engineering at Rocketdyne, which became Boeing, and now it's another company. They've gone through like 4 or 5 different changes, right? But I've always been interested in quality. I actually got a degree from CSUN in computer science. And so the quality I'm working on is mostly software quality testing systems, making sure that they're working right. But that's because it's probably the least understood, right? And I was fortunate enough to work for a hardware company that thought of software and marrying it with hardware so that you can control the hardware through what you're doing, which is called firmware, right? And that's the experience that I have. We are in the midst of kind of vamping the American Society for Quality in terms of the offering. But what we have is a bunch of certifications. And if you take that certification, you are more likely to get looked at by a company like Rockwell or Rocketdyne or Boeing to say, hey, you've taken some extra time to do this certification. Even though you have a degree, it brings some industry knowledge to you very quickly, right? It introduces you to some authors around quality and some principles that are required as you do your day-to-day quality work. So if you're interested, please look me up. I'm on LinkedIn. We have a ASQ 706 section on LinkedIn. Join there, and there's like 700 plus professionals there. If you need help, put something out there with like, hey, I need an introduction for somebody or something, and people will respond on that. That's it.
Thank you, Jaspal. We will also need you to talk to us in the future in some of our meetings, but thank you today for joining us. I think everybody has introduced themselves. I think we can go to the next point on the agenda, which is the student chapter. That would be great if Evelyn introduces the chapter, introduces herself and her vice presidents. If you have any plan for the future, any event, it would be great if you talk about those events. And if you still have any positions open, it would be great if you introduce those positions and how other students can apply for those positions.
Thank you, Amir. So first, thank you everybody for being here on a Friday morning. And thank you for all the professors being here too and showing your support. Let me briefly introduce myself. I had a brief introduction, but like I said, I am a SOM major and I am interested in getting a minor in supply chain. And actually this summer, I noticed how important this club was because I had an internship. I had a supply chain internship and I noticed that they ask you for a lot of certifications. So I think you should all take Jasper's advice and add him on LinkedIn and grow your LinkedIn network and see how important the certifications and these organizations are for your future. But so our club is, we want to help our students grow their network, and we focus on developing our professional skills, and we help with career assistance. but we also work with, like I said, APICS and ASQ, which are the top. They're the top of the industry when it comes to certifications. You can actually, if you get a lot of certain certifications, you can actually get paid more in your field, and you don't have to wait till you're on the field to get them, which is very important. And we also network with a lot of professionals. I attended some meetings my first semester at CSUN, and I remember that there was some speakers that really give you advice and are very open with giving you their personal information to ask questions about the companies that they work for and how they started their careers. And so that's a little bit about the club. But I would also like to introduce my club members, as you heard in the brief student introductions. I have my VP, Natalia Pacino, who is also a SOM major, and Tommy Tang, who's a management major, but they both see the importance of this club and how they want to grow their networks to really ensure that they get a job offer after they graduate. And we currently do have 4 open positions that we're still trying to recruit for. I still have I still need a VP for event coordination, our VP for student membership recruiting, our VP for technology, and our VP for finance. And basically for the VP for event coordinator will help me set up our events, and the membership recruiting is just making sure that the people that are joining, we stay in contact with our members and recruiting, and also working with other clubs to recruit. And our VP for technology, which will keep our website up to date and our social media accounts up to date. And our VP for finance which would help us with our budget and stuff like that. And then later events, me and my VPs are still trying to figure out what we're gonna do. If it was a regular semester, it would be easier to just meet at our beautiful campus, like our professor said, and offer some kind of food and have speakers. But it is online, and people are home with their kids, so we have to be patient with their email correspondence. But we are planning to have at least 2 more events, one with our industry professional and an additional speaker about internships and other opportunities. And when we have that figured out in the dates, we will send out those emails.
Thanks a lot, Evelyn. Tommy and Natalie, do you want to add anything? Do you want to just introduce yourself a little bit more, or Evelyn was just thorough enough?
Hi, I could speak a little more about the club. So as mentioned earlier, my name is Tommy, and I'll be the VP of marketing for this club for fall 2020. And aside from the networking opportunity that this club offers, I wanted to also join to enhance my skills in marketing by helping our club deliver things such as important message and even recruiting new members to our club so that they can also take advantage of the opportunity that the club provides.
Yeah, thank you. Natalie, you wanted to say something?
Hi guys, I believe Tommy and Evelyn basically covered everything. It was important for me to join this club because I really wanted to meet everybody who is already in SOM. When I was a part of other clubs, like I was part of MaxSun, and I was also part of other clubs. It was really hard for me to meet everybody that was part of SOM because it was such a small major. That's why I joined SOM.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Thank you, guys. Since Jaspel is here, I want to get a promise from him. We are going to organize one event, maybe in October or November. It would be great if you or one of your colleagues join us and for half an hour, for 1 hour, talk about ASQ, quality management, internships available, and certificates that you have available at ASQ to our students. As you can see on this call, we are going to have around 8 or 9 students. And if we do more reminders, more advertisement, we are going to have more students on the call. Can you please join us for such a meeting in the future?
Can you guys hear me? I always don't know if I'm muted or not. That's why I'm asking you.
You're good.
So yes, I will join you or I'll have somebody from the organization join you. If you can give me like a 2-week heads up, like, hey, this is when we're planning it, then I can usually arrange stuff. The other thing I would love to do with one of your professors is just talk about software quality in one of your classes, right? And any of the professors, feel free to reach out to me through Amir. I would love to spend either half an hour or 45 minutes on one of your classes, even if it's virtual, on talking about software quality and what's involved in it, right? It's, as I said, it's a subject that's usually very, it's not understood well, right? So yeah, and I would offer that up too.
One thing I would like to add is that our department offer one section of SOM, the 467 Quality Management Control this semester. So Professor Kabeo Shimandi is teaching this class, and he is the quality manager, the director of the USC, the hospital, and he is heavily involved in the quality management and assurance program for the USC. And we will be offering 2 sections of SOM 467 next semester as well.
Got it. Okay. Excellent.
Thank you, Jasper. I think Evelyn or me, we are going to reach to you and organize that event in the future. Thank you a lot for your help. I just want to tell a secret to all the other students who are on this call or who are going to listen to this recording in the future. This is a secret. This semester and next semester, being in this club is easy because everything is visual, and I promise to help you a lot. So we have some positions available. So if you have time, if you want to have something really important on your CV, which is going to add to your CV, please apply to these positions. I promise you it's going to be a little bit easier, no worries, and I'm going to help you. That was it. I think I was coordinating up to now, but from this point, I'm going to give the floor to Professor Peck. He has some information to share with us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Amir. Dr. Ari Benejar mentioned about we have a really good group of talented young faculty members. So I would like to begin with some exciting news I would like to share with you for one of our new faculty members. Dr. Amir Ghazali has been awarded and appointed as the Karande Faculty Fellow very recently. And this fellowship is in recognition of his outstanding research, teaching, and service at the David Nazarian College of Business and Economics. And this fellowship comes as a result of generous support from the Carl and Irene Karande. Carl is, in fact, 1987 Nazarian alumnus like you, and he is the vice chair of the KPMG advisory since 2015. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Amir Ghazali for his achievement during this probationary time period.
Thank you, everyone. Don't mention it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
This flowship shows that if you work hard in the future, you can be a billionaire. Because the guy who is donating the money is a billionaire.
That's right. So I know we have a few minutes to wrap up this event. So oh, my mouse is too sensitive. So I would like to share some information about our scholarship and networking opportunities and some information about the changes on the upper division academic advisement. First, I would like to share some information about the scholarship available to our students. We have 3 different scholarships available to our students. Those scholarships include SOM Department Scholarship, APEX Scholarship, and ASQ Scholarship. APEX, known as the Association for Supply Chain Management, and ASQ, American Society for Quality, are two premier business professional organizations in the area of operations and supply chain management and quality management area. Thanks to their generous donations, we can offer those scholarships during a spring semester, along with our own department scholarships. The scholarship information will be announced at the beginning of the next spring semester, so we strongly encourage you to apply for those scholarships. Once again, the scholarship information will be announced at the beginning of the next spring semester. We also have an annual banquet called Evening with the Industry, as the Dr. Andy Yao mentioned. We have this event on every April. Unfortunately, last April, due to the pandemic, we couldn't have this event. And at this point, we are not sure about the event at this point, but we really hope to have this event next spring again. At this event, we celebrate the achievements of our graduating seniors, announce the scholarship winners, and present the certificate of accomplishment and achievement to our SOM Global Supply Chain student, as well as our students' club officers. This is also a very important networking event for our students, as you will have the opportunity to meet and talk with the representatives of the companies who have hired our recent graduate. Some of our recent graduates will contact and share those job opportunities available at their companies with us. And here is some of the partial list of the employees with our recent graduate. And here is once again, the partial list. And many of our students have the positions in these companies as well. Once again, we really hope to have this Evening with Industry event again next April. If we can, we will send our invitation to our faculty, students, and our local business partners in our areas. Another important information I would like to share is about the academic advisement. Our Associate Dean, Dr. Paul Lazzaroni, has decided to move SOM and Global Supply Chain Academic Advising to the Associate Dean's office, starting from Monday, September 21st. So starting from the 5th weeks of the classes, please contact the upper division mentors if you need academic advisement. In order to schedule an appointment for upper division advisement, you need to email or call the Associate Dean's office. Their phone number is 818-677-2466. A formal announcement, including this contact information, will be made on next Friday. So I will share this important information to all of our students, including our faculty members. Please note that you still need to contact Student Service Center or EOP office at the Nazarian colleges for advising if you have not taken Gateway and Gateway Lab. Finally, I know many of you are curious about our plan for next spring semester. As I mentioned at the beginning of this week's event, the President Harrison made the announcement yesterday that the CSUN and all CSU campuses will continue with the primary virtual instructions for next spring 2021 semester. So at this point, the SOM department is going to offer the following courses. We are going to offer 2 sections of each of the following courses: SOM 307, 467, and 485. And along with this, we are going to offer SCM 447, SCM 2, SOM 416, and SOM 466. Since we are going to continue with the virtual instructions, all of these classes will be fully online. So the department office will contact each of our faculty, how they are going to run each of these classes. So it should be FOS, FOA, or FOI. So as soon as we hear the information from our faculty, we will update the class of the schedule information. Okay? So those are the kind of key announcement or information I'd like to share with you. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me by email. Any question?
Yes, I do. What's it called? So under the system operating management electives, so there's only 2 classes I can have. It's a SOM 416 and then SCM 447. Because all the others, right? They will not have officially have a class for next semester.
SOM 447 and 416 could be the possible elective for you for the SOM majors. And also we could use the SCM 492, supply chain strategy, as another possible elective course as well.
492.
492 is a supply chain strategist.
Oh no, not on my elective section, because I'm not a supply chains. I'm in business administration for SOM.
Once again, you have the list of the elective courses you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose either SCM 447, SOM 416, or we can possibly use the SCM 492 as one of your electives as well.
I see. So they're not updated.
And then also, as you know, Econ 310, Pride Theory can be the another possibility as well.
Because I just need one more class for that one.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm taking Econ 310.
I see. So if you need any other alternative, please feel free to contact me. We will probably work together to find.
Yeah, we'll work together with it. So, but it's gonna be what's it called? If I contact you, so it's gonna be what's it called? A Zoom meeting, right?
I mean, if you prefer to have a Zoom meeting, yes, sir. We can
Okay.
have a Zoom meeting as well.
Okay then.
May I add something?
Yeah.
Regarding the question which was asked, and always, if we are looking at a particular situation, if a student cannot make some of the courses that they have to take or electives, the department chair can look at the situation and suggest a substitution for the course that the student wanted to take. So the best thing to do is to be in contact with Dr. Pegg. If you're interested, for example, in a class that is not on the list of supply chain majors, but you are interested to take it, Dr. Pegg can substitute that if he finds it appropriate. All right. So always course substitution is a possibility under certain situations. And, you know, the situations we are dealing with right now is those, justified situations to do course substitutions.
Mm.
I really like having those kind of flexibility as a department chair.
All right. Well, well then, I would contact you again for next semester's plan, and I'll see what I can do.
Please, sir. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Any other questions to me or all our faculty members?
All right.
So I believe that concludes the SOM faculty student mixer this time. So once again, thank you so much for everybody for participating in this virtual setting of the SOM faculty student mixer. And I hope you have a really wonderful great and safe semester. Please take care of yourself and others as well.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Pai.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
We really
See you
appreciate
soon.
it.
Bye.
Why is it so limited?